Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Metadad Gaming here. Today we're going to take a look at Conquer Online Origin Server ApeMount. An Origin Server is a classic Conquer server with retail elements applied. It's a good server to create your character and get a free second reborn on, and if you so choose you can transfer to a standard server after. But the game throws a lot of free things at you, so it's a good place to start, good place to catch up. Alright, so today we're going to do so on, do the 1 to 2nd reborn on a Trojan. I found Trojan and Warriors are the two easiest classes to get to 2nd reborn with the main storyline quests. Additionally, at the end you get 3 free mystery dues, so you can remaster, remix up your reborn combination for free as well. I recommend whatever class you want to end up as, you go pure, because you're going to be able to level your gear throughout the whole time. In Origin servers, when you reincarnate, your gear level isn't affected, so that is super convenient. Alright, so right off the rip you're going to progress on the main story quest. You can see here on the right it'll have you pathfinding. If your pathfinding gets interrupted at any time, you can click the yellow underlined text and it'll get you back on track. So go ahead and click your way through the main storyline quest, and obviously feel free to read, but the story leaves a lot to be desired. Once you get out the starting zone like I just did, you're going to end up here right outside of Twin City. Alright, so once you get out front of Twin City, the next thing you want to do is continue on with the main story quest. You can hit escape out of that and keep going. You'll get a +2 Steve right off the bat. Go ahead and equip it. And remember, if you ever get sidetracked, just click the underlined text and you'll keep going along. Alright, so we're going to want to farm a turtle plume. Now, right off the bat, you're going to notice a ton of people jumping around. These aren't actually people. Majority of these actually are bots. What they do is, mainly on Trojans and Warriors, they get scepters. They equip the scepter. This one doesn't have it. Let's see if I can find you an example. Not the archers as well. We'll snag one of these. Let's see how quick the bots are. So there's a Trojan. Alright, so they get the scepter on, and same thing on a warrior. What they'll do is they'll wait for their EXP bar to fill up, and then they'll proc their EXP skill, either Superman or Cyclone. And if you kill enough mobs, you can keep it permanently rolling, and they just fly around and kill everything. So, long story short, it can make tagging very difficult. So Trojan is convenient because you have Hercules. It's an AoE ability that allows you to, have a chance at some of these mobs. So ideally you find a spot where there's no bots, which is pretty much impossible, but you can catch them on the respawn and kill them, like we just did there. Alright, so we'll continue along. Now, every time I'm pathfinding, I like to stay productive, see what's in my inventory. While we're going, I'll show you the activeness. So as you complete activities, you'll unlock these chests. These blocks here, I'll show you what you got to do to unlock it. Alright, so we'll continue along. Actually, go ahead and accept that. That's mentor. Having a mentor will often boost the amount of XP gain you get from mentor XP, so it doesn't hurt. Alright, so we just leveled up. We'll continue along. As you level, you want to always check for your promotions and promote yourself. Okay, and you can see we got some meteors. As we continue along, we will get a ton of free stuff from the game, and that's the beauty of the Origin server, okay? Alright, so this quest is going to auto-pick these flowers for us. You're pretty much brain-dead autopilot through this leveling experience. But as you get rewards, we'll want to spend them efficiently, okay? And as we go, we'll review how to spend the rewards you get on which items to make the most sense. For attack classes, Ninja, Trojan, Warrior, you're, for the most part, every class want to spend your upgrades initially on your weapon and your ring. Alright, we can go and equip the riding crop you get early on, and you got to be level 30 for that. Alright, as you go, you'll see that it tries to force you into this forge tutorial. You don't need to spend what they tell you to spend. You can just exit out and open it, and the tutorial will go away. Alright, so we're almost done with the Wind Plane quest. We just got to snag ourselves an apparition here. Again, there's bots being botastical everywhere. And sometimes it can be pretty difficult to snag a tag. I like to try to stay in one central vicinity and catch an AoE ability on them. And as we go here, I'm going to get my bars right. We got Scent Sword. What I like to actually do is put my HP items on F3. I bind it to my mouse key, and I can spam that. That's good in PK. You can see I'm queuing it up right now with my mouse button. Use a program called ApeMount to do that. Leave in the comments if you'd like me to do a video on how to set up ApeMount. It's a free utility. It's my preference on what to use for that circumstance. Alright, so we're moving along. Now, I did mention the activeness chests. You want to look through as you play and open those up or purposely go for them. Now, what I'm going to explain here is the first credit. Now, traditionally, and for the sake of this video, I'm making it as a player who doesn't like to credit or only likes to credit a little bit, which is totally fine. So for this, you only have to credit $1. The better rewards you get out of this is the Super Heaven Fan. The game will give you one of those. And then the Noble Privileges, as well as a couple other items here. So for now, we'll skip that. We'll do the video without crediting, but keep that in mind. All right, so we're now on the Maple Forest quest. We'll keep flying through those. You can see our rewards are popping up. You can go ahead and open that CPP bag. And we're going to save those CPPs for later. All right, so as you do this, even if you're not a bot, what they do is they get the skill. Might not have mentioned this earlier, but it's Celestial. It's cost 5,000 silver. You buy it in Twin City, and it requires a scepter to use, but it attacks mobs in several paces. It's pretty much an AoE ability that gets baked in passively to your auto attacks. And it's a strong ability, so if you're on a Trojan or a warrior, you definitely want to try to get 5,000 silver when you can, and a scepter, and start using that. And we'll see if we can get that done. I try not to make a trip back to Twin City or anywhere until I have to. We're trying to fly through this second Reborn goal here, and it typically takes about 45 minutes. I've done it on 5 characters, I believe. So I have a good idea of what to do to accomplish this most efficiently. All right, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and battle against the bots here for tags of horse bandits. We need 5. And we'll get some clicked auto attacks in. So we lucked out there, and I was able to get the tag on that, and it dropped a ton of silver, gold bullions, which will help. We'll be able to get the scepter early on, so we'll go ahead and do that in a moment. If you didn't already know, the Origin servers increase the silver gain and drops off the mobs in the regular hunting areas. By the way, pick up these lost pills when you go across them. I'll show you that in a second. We're going to cancel the auto pathfinding so we can get the lost pill. Pretty much you get 300 of these a day, and they give you a chance at meteors, XP, Dragon Balls. We'll hover over the tooltip. See if we can get a couple tags while we wait. Alright, we were able to loot it, so you can pause and take a look at that, but you get 300 to use a day. And it's nice to grab them when you can. Alright, so we finished that quest. We are going to go ahead and turn this in. Since we have the 5,000 silver, we'll be getting Celestial soon at Twin City. Obviously, at Taoist or other classes, we'll skip that part. Okay, but we're going to wait for an opportune time to go to Twin. We don't need to do it right away. Alright, so let's see if we can force some tags here. That's 2 out of 3. Alright, keep it moving. Alright, so this is a good time to go to Twin because we have a quest that's right by Ape City. We can just scroll back. So I'm going to use a Twin City scroll. I'm going to go over here and go and buy that skill. If you need other skills for other classes, this is where you do it, okay? Right now we want Celestial. All right, so we're going to learn Celestial. All right, and then we are going to go ahead and you can open that CPB bag. We're going to buy a scepter. We'll get the highest level scepter that we can use with our weapon skill right now. So it's going to be the highest one here. And as you up your weapon skill, you can get better ones. Now I like to put the sword in my main hand while I level. This is so we can still use scent sword. Okay. It's a strong one. Single target attack. Oh, and we want to go ahead and get a scroll to get us back to Ape. We'll do so now. All right, we're back to Ape City, and we have Celestial learned. You'll see here. That's the passive. You can pause and read it. All right. So with our scepter equipped, you'll now be able to see how powerful that skill is right off the rip. All right, back to our main storyline quest here. And just keep following along. You'll see we're level 62, almost to that level 90 where the first reborn happens. All right, so now we gotta kill 5 macaca. And once you kill the macaca, go ahead and loot your gold. You pick up. And see, the bots are just absolutely popping off with Celestial. Let's see if we can get an auto hit. See, now we have that ability they have. Alright. And we'll keep going along. Right now we just got a unique star tower, so we got a fan and a tower. We'll save for level 100. Alright, and we need to take down Thunder Apes, so we'll fight for tags again. There's a good group of them. And you can see the single target will try to proc Celestial, and it does huge damage there. So it's a very OP ability when your gear is lacking. Otherwise, you'd be fighting the bots with Scent Sword, etc. It gives you an early in to get that advantage. Alright. And again, I'm not going to spend any of my upgrade items. Some people might elect to go ahead and do it early on, which you could. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to keep rolling on until we absolutely have to. But remember, keep in mind you'll get the potential at the fan if you do a first credit. So you don't want to upgrade that existing fan if you're going to do that. And then the game has the silver vendor, which we'll review later. Mention this early on though, because if you decide that you want to use 6 million silver for each epic item or elite quality item, then don't dump too much into your refined tier. Maybe just do a regular +3 stone because those are a dime a dozen. Nonetheless. All right, so let's see. We need a hearsay Snake Man. Or a heresy Snake Man, I should say. All right, take care of him. All right, there's the Elder. We'll take down the Elder, hopefully before the bots get here. Thank you to Celestial. All right, we're on a desert, so we're almost done to the point of the first reborn. All right, so we're gonna take down sand monsters, get the sand blocker. Now, one thing I want to mention for those of you who decide to upgrade earlier than I did, there's a bug in the game right now where you can't reborn with any super equipment equipped. But I've found that even having it in your inventory has caused issues. So I wait to upgrade anything to super until I finish this 1 to 2nd reborn process, which is pretty quick. All right, so we need 5 Sea Monster 68s. You can see we're starting to slow down a bit, but Celestial will carry. See, that's Celestial doing all that damage. Yep, here's a bot coming through, upgraded, flying through, kills. See if we can sneak this one in. Nope. So this is the point where you can start considering gear upgrades to give you an advantage. But I think I can get this one before the bots. All right, fantastic. All right, so the game isn't going to give you any free weapon upgrades, so I'm inclined to throw some upgrades at my gear in a moment here. but we'll just keep rolling through these quests. All right, so let's go ahead and upgrade our sword here. I believe it's a blade. Yeah, it's a sword, that's right. Throw some upgrades at the sword. And we'll throw some upgrades at the ring, which will increase our attack predominantly. Now the game doesn't give you a higher quality ring either, so right off the rip, you can get your ring upgraded to Elite. Let me move because I'm getting wrecked. I like to throw that. And then we'll go ahead and upgrade our sword here a little bit more. Okay. All right, so we're able to work through these ghosts for now, so I'm going to hold off on any upgrades. And look, this is the XP skill, Cyclone that I was mentioning earlier, and that's what the bots are keeping pretty much permanently rolled. More so on Warriors with Superman, but you can see that paired with Celestial, and we're cooking. All right, boom. So we've reached the point where we can do a first rebirth. So what you want to do here, open the CPB bag that the game gives you, and open up the CP Mall, go to the CP Bound Mall, and we'll grab a Celestial Stone. You're going to go ahead and talk to Eternity and get Reborn. Now, I recommend sticking with pure Trojan in this case, because the game gives you 3 Mystery Dew, which will allow you to change your Reborn combination. But the benefit is, and I think I mentioned this early on, but to reiterate, when you Reborn or reincarnate, your weapons on Origin servers don't get affected, the level that is. And you can do your last promotion, the highest promotion you can do before you Reborn. Doesn't matter too much because, again, we'll use Mystery Dew and do the 3 reincarnations again. All right, so next chapter here is we're going to be pushing towards second Reborn. All right, so we'll continue on with the final portion of this, getting to the second Reborn. So we'll keep clicking on through. All right, so now we need to get Birdman level 88. This is probably one of the more difficult parts of fighting the bots, but I did find a secret spot. Looks like my scepter went off. All right, so here's one right there I can possibly snag. Grab this gold. All right, so this part by the bridge, they do spawn. Looks like there's none right now. Here's one. All right. Now you can see for these Birdman, I do need healing. I'm spamming my healings. Now, one thing you can do if you don't feel like making a trip back to Twin, don't recommend doing this too much. You want to save your CPB, but you can get a couple of these. It saves you a trip back, so we keep on with this quest for now. All right, you can see our items remain the same level after Reborn, which traditionally doesn't happen in normal Conquer. And like I said, oh, 1 second, we need to bind this to my, there we go. Oh, so a bot did come through and steal that one. Now your weapon skill does get affected after Reborn. You can see the scepter is low. You can use CPB to up it a bit. So if I want to upgrade my scepter, I will do that. And then you can see that we need strength to use it. You can equip it, but nonetheless, your attributes do still get reset following Reborn. I like to dump a fair bit into Vitality. This is going to help with the issue where I'm nearly dying on these mobs. So we'll just go ahead and dump in down to about 100 points left. Leave us some room to play with. All this is going to get reset anyway. We'll just live with that for now. All right, I'll heal up. And we just need one more level 88 Birdman. Let's try to beat the bot. Need a Celestial proc quick. All right, we were able to sneak that one in. And that is one of, like I said, one of the more difficult spots. All right, well, we're moving along. I'm going to upgrade the sword some more. I'm going to upgrade the ring some more. All right. And we'll keep clicking along. You can see we're piling up rewards here. And we just want to pay attention to when we get a level 100 so we can equip our fan and star tower. That should be coming up here soon. I believe we're actually level 100 now. After that, tend to level in increments of 5 from these quests. All right, so here's another spot that can be difficult killing these bandits. We can see here that our damage is starting to be lacking a bit. So I found that the bots are actually not as much on this part, but we'll see if we can sneak some in here. Celestial, hopefully you'll carry. We've gotten one so far. We'll just work our way down. You can see the bots are everywhere. Often on the outer rims you can find opportunity for kills. Okay. There we go. All right, so we finished all the quests up to this point. We'll get our promotions. Once you get ported back outside of Twin, before we continue, I'm going to show you real quick the silver vendor. Silver store is right here. You can open the silver store and obviously pay silver. The sale items are the best value, but you guys can look at that when time allows. All right, so we're up to the point that something introduced in the Origin server is called Escort quests. That is going to bridge the gap here to get us to level 110 so we can do our second Reborn. All right, so don't forget to do the increased reward for the first time, and we'll start the Escort. All right, so right off the rip, it's going to have you follow your caravan here. You can suspend following or turn it on. This is real interesting. So you can see all the bots seem to get chained to our Escort quest. So you can see the ridiculous amount of archer bots just falling. All right, now this is a nice thing you can do every single day as well to increase your XP. You get 2 escorts per day until the third one requires you to be part of a guild or clan. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and check our chests because, like I said earlier, throughout the experience, you keep unlocking these progress chests. All right, and another thing you can look at too is if you click event and go to hero, here's your hero progression tab. You'll get rewards as you complete various goals. And I like to just come through here and claim everything that's available. We'll pause on that. All right, so you get to the Station Master. There's one Station Master in between the Escort. You can pay to reinforce the card, etc. You don't need to do any of that. Just go ahead and continue the journey. We'll go back and keep on claiming our rewards here. And you can see this little indicator dot here that tells you if there's something available. Okay. All right, we've claimed everything, so I'll open stuff up. And you can see we have a ton of mets. Look at all these chained archers. It just seems to break the bots. It's completely hilarious. I mean, there's seriously an issue here. All right. So here is the completion of the first Escort. It's going to level us again. And then we have the second Escort. All right. Now we'll continue to upgrade our gear. Here's another tutorial trying to show how to bless the equipment. We'll skip that for now. And let's just keep on upgrading our ring until we can't upgrade it anymore. Oh, and you can see I unleashed on my Escort cart, so I'm going to continue to follow it. And we'll keep on upgrading along. All right, so we've done the ring all the way. The next thing I like to move to is the armor, because we will look to upgrade the quality of the armor. The game doesn't give us much more free armor. And we'll just keep going along. Mind you, in the background, the bots are taking care of any of the random mobs that spawn to try to attack the caravan. So this is when the bots are our friends. And you can do your headpiece as well. Pretty much all your armor. Unless you plan to pay at the silver vendor the 6 million for the equipment, you can start upgrading this refined armor. The game's going to throw a ton of Dragon Balls at you, which you can use to upgrade the quality of your equipment. Alright, so this is the big one, the Fierce Bandit. You can see the litany of bots are just absolutely wrecking it. Alright, so they're pretty much carrying our Escort quest here. And you get the Strong Liquor, which you can use to improve the rewards you get from the Escort quest. Alright, you know the drill. We'll keep on upgrading at this point. Alright, so now that we've done our 2 escorts, I'll just show you real quick. You can see the next one requires being a part of a guild. Okay. Alright, and then here we go. The Silver Maker, Silver Store. I'm just going to show you real quick that equipment I was talking about. See the elite weapons, headgear. You can pay 6 mil, get that, and dump your upgrade items, your mets, your Dragon Balls into that equipment. Or you work up this refined stuff. Okay. Alright, so at this point we are level 110. Our next main quest is to go get second rebirth. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and port to the market. And we're going to open up the CPB mall. And at this point you have enough CPBs by the game to give you the exemption token, which is really nice. The second Reborn quest, if you've never done it, traditionally takes forever. And these used to be, or are still pretty expensive on regular servers, and you get it for free here. So you want to close out and right click the exemption token. So here's another issue. If you look in the bottom, sorry you can't use the token now, you must go to the job center and get to the highest rank first. This seems to be another bug. Trying to remember here how to resolve this bug. I did it on another account. I think what I did was, I think I logged out and logged back in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick and we'll proceed with the video. All right, so we encountered the bug where when you right click your exemption token, it doesn't complete or allow you to complete the second rebirth. So the solution to this is to take off all your gear and equip it. That'll allow you to proceed with the promotion so you can do the second reborn. But we have a full inventory for the most part here, so we're gonna do some upgrading. So we're gonna go ahead and compose our ring. We'll be upping this to super at some point. So we'll go ahead and get this one to +5. We'll lock it. All right, and then we'll upgrade our armor. If you don't want to wait for the animation, you can just close it. We'll just throw plus stones on all the gear because I don't plan to purchase the elite gear on this account. And we're composing. Run this up to 4. We'll go ahead and do our fan. And that's good for now. We'll get more into the gear upgrades later. Okay, so we have enough slots now to unequip everything. And actually this allowed me to get my promotion just doing plus stones. So the issue here, I guess it's less of a bug. It's more of you need to meet the threshold to the rating threshold to get the promotion. All right, and then we should be able to right click the exemption token now and use it. There we go. And we can second reborn. Now again, we want to stick with the pure because we'll get an ability or an option to reincarnate how we'd like later. All right, so you can see right there, it actually prompted the activeness chest. So you can see I have 2 to claim. So I'm gonna go ahead and claim those and they give me extra rewards. All right, so at this point we have second reborn. So there's a little bit left of the main story quest line to do. It's gonna be in Mythic Castle. So the mobs in there are slightly strong. are a little bit more stronger. Excuse my kids in the background. This is Meta Dad. So we'll go ahead and do some more upgrading. Okay, and we'll continue upgrading everything so we can finish this part up. Okay. All right, and let's see how we fare in Mystic Castle. Pretty sure that's what it's called. So I'm gonna take a shortcut here. The pathfinding would get you all the way there, but if you talk to this James dude, he'll send you to what they call the treasure hunting zone. Just kidding. Let's run that back. I think what we'll do, I believe there's the quickest monster hunting. Let's see. Yeah, things are a little bit different in this version. We'll take the option to just go to desert. Okay. And from there, it'll take us where we need to go. But this is fine. So while we're running, we're gonna keep upgrading our equipment. Ideally to the point where it's a higher level that we can't upgrade anymore. And I see since we got the strength red notification there, we'll up the strength to 36, where it needs to be to use our sword, and we'll dump in vitality pretty much all the way to 100 left. All right. And in this version, in the Origin server, they're calling this the Ancient Dungeon. Pretty sure it used to be called Mystic Castle or Mythic Castle, one of the two. Nonetheless. All right, so we'll let pathfinding do its thing. And again, I like to stay productive with my upgrades and improvement while this goes. And we'll keep moving along. Okay, so at this point, we need to clear these mobs out. You can see our sword's not equipped, so we can't use Hercules. So, actually, it's because we don't have 2 weapons equipped. Scepter. All right, so the mobs are a bit stronger in here. So we'll go ahead and let Celestial carry. We'll get this 3rd spot here. And keep on upgrading as we run. I have to get the ring all the way up. It'll give us more attack. All right. And we'll keep on upgrading as we go. Another thing you can do is check your hero tab if we made progress here. So we'll go ahead and claim what we need. Okay, grab the rest later. goal is to get to second reborn as quick as possible. That's what this tutorial is about. Moving at dad speed here. All right, and this should be almost to the end of this dungeon area. Now, the bullhorns is going to be the hardest on a class like an archer that's kind of gimped from the start, or a water tailist. This might be a little difficult to solo, so you're probably going to have to dump more upgrades into your gear. But Celestial allows us to be pretty powerful without worrying about upgrading too much. All right, we'll go ahead and do our Cyclone and just wreck these. This should be very quick on the Trojan. Trojan is definitely, if you have Celestial on the Scepter, the quickest to do this. Get to second reborn. All right, so we got 3 out of 5. And 5 out of 5. Okay. All right, so now we're on to the last step here, the Frozen Grotto area. We just have to kill a couple mobs. We'll keep on keeping on here with the upgrades. Take care of this guy. Scent Sword, very strong one. Single target attack. Rinse and repeat. Interrupt to that. And again, just always trying to get things done as we're moving along here. Checking our benefits. So I did mention Hero Gathering, but this is another daily thing you can do every 24 hours. So you can ditch this animation by opening it again. So event, Hero Gathering, Expedition. Choose where you want to send it on. It doesn't, I don't think, influence the rewards too much. Maybe it does. Nonetheless, I just mix it up. And then you can check that in 24 hours and you get a reward. Okay. All right, and we'll talk to Aunt Zhang here, Auntie Zhang. She'll send us to Kobe. Rest in peace. And there we go. That's every quest in the main storyline. There's nothing else for you. So let's go ahead and we'll use this. You can use this daily event. So this is the same thing as the chest screen here. You can get to it here. This is also a free port. The hunting monster especially takes you right outside of Twin. And then this quest right here shows us how to meet the silver treasure vendor. So you can click, you'll have this silver for treasure. Go talk to this dude, open the silver store. And then the next one brings you to Master Yi. This is a little mini quest line you want to do. This will unlock your Jade Kylan. It's kind of replaces what the Mysterious Gourd is, that slot. Maybe I'll make another video on the Jade Kylan, but nonetheless, I'll show this. This is something you want to do right away once you get Second Reborn, finish the main story, is just knock this out. Same deal, clicking through, doing some nonsense. We're staying productive on our upgrades and our composing as we go. We'll get into the final upgrades, making things super, because remember, there is that bug with super equipment. They might have fixed it. I sent the support email, but nonetheless, I wait to super my items until we spend our Oblivion Dew. I think I called it Mystery Dew or something along the way. Same deal. Oblivion Dew is what it is, so we'll get into that in a second. All right, so let's take down Enchanted Sage Boy here. All right, Scent Sword carried there. Again, some classes might struggle on some of these mobs. You're gonna have to find a way to just dump your rewards and your upgrades. Might take a little bit more time, but you'll get through it. Just follow the guide. You can deviate at times to port. Just remember, you always click your yellow quest and it'll auto path you back. So anyway, we just finished that up. That's super quick. That unlocks the Jade Kylan. And if you want to upgrade that, I'll just show you real quick. Come over to the silver store and buy these golden peas. And you'll purchase those. Let's see, we got enough for one, so I'll get one right now. And then you'll go into Forge. You'll go to, let's see where it was, Upgrade, Accessory, Jade Kylan, and you'll use your Golden Pea. I forgot to, a lot of the items you get from the Silver Store, you got to right click to activate them. So there you go. Here's a success rate. I like to stack them up and have a higher success rate, so that's what we'll do. We'll hold on to that. All right, so final step. After everything, you did the full quest line. The last quest you turn in gives you the Oblivion Dew, and that allows you to reincarnate how you'd like. So here we go. So you go in the order of what you want to be. For example, I want to be, right now I'm Trojan, pure. I want to be Water Warrior Trojan. So we're going to go Water first. And then we're going to go Warrior next. And then we're going to go Trojan. If I can see it, Trojan, there we go. Sorry about that. Water Saint, Warrior Master, Trojan Master. So the beauty of this is in the original servers, the regular servers, you get reset to level 0. Your armor gets reduced if you have it equipped. You got to level up. There's certain level thresholds you want to reach and hit your promotion all the way before you're reborn. It skips all that. You get essentially this 45-minute free second reborn with the Oblivion Dew so that you can keep your gear leveled up as you go, and you can dodge all the hard work, essentially, and get your final reborn path, reincarnation path, how you want. So anyway, throwing a lot at you in this video. Pause through, work through it, leave it up in your other screen, get through your second reborn. The next video I'm gonna make about what to do from here. So I'm gonna end this one here. Like and subscribe. This is MetaDad Gaming coming at you with some more info. So I'll catch you next time. All right.